do you got?
A guy who 16 months ago had never played in the major leagues, but now he's been elected to 2 All-Star teams, won the Rookie of the Year award in the American League unanimously, and many people in baseball are saying that he has the potential to be the best ever at his position.
Where was he a year and a half ago?
That's the thing that makes Evan Longoria in a lot of ways so special. I mean, he really did come out of nowhere in a sense. Not only was he not drafted out of high school, not only was he not recruited by a single Division I baseball program, he was barely recruited by Division III, which doesn't award scholarships.
What changed for him?
Well, he'll tell you the most important thing that changed for him was his mental maturation.
Walk slow to the plate. Remember your breathing.
Well, there's a drive. Deep down the left field line.
Stick with the approach. Keep the routine going.
Takes that one to left field. That is deep. Way back.
Get into the game. Don't worry about the result.
Deep to left field. How far is this one gonna go? Evan Longoria with a monster blast.
What goes on in the mind of Tampa Bay Rays third baseman Evan Longoria has helped him emerge as one of the game's highest profile young stars. The focus, the sense of calm, the faith and process, they're all essential components of his makeup.
Let's go to work. Come on.
Everybody says the same thing to me. They watch him go up to the plate, holds the bat like he's sleeping until he explodes at the ball.
Evan Longoria drives the first pitch into right center field and deep. Johnson is back for the wall. Atop the right tank, a home run.
At the age of 23, Longoria is already a 2-time All-Star. His highly developed mental approach to the game, not to mention his willingness to discuss it, distinguishes him from his peers. It also gives him an edge.
To us, it looks like it just happens naturally, but there is a method. His ability to be in the present moment makes him one of the best. When the pitch is being thrown, he's already forgotten about last at bat, and all that exists is this particular pitch, and this particular pitch is coming to me right now.
I see a lot of guys who have a lot of physical ability but don't have enough up top to, be able to control certain situations, or, some guys don't really buy into the whole mental training side of baseball, I guess. But for me, I've been doing it for so long that it's something that I trust.
Longoria has been doing it for 5 years. Before then, there was no reason to believe he'd develop into a major leaguer. In 2003, when he graduated from high school, 1,480 players were selected in the baseball draft. He wasn't one of them, nor was he recruited to play Division I college baseball. Did you deserve to be overlooked when you were coming out of high school?
Definitely. Yeah, I wasn't good. I mean, I knew the game. I enjoyed playing the game. As far as ability and talent, I wasn't a professional player at that time.
To continue to play the game, Longoria enrolled at Rio Hondo, a junior college just a few miles from his hometown in Southern California. After hitting .430, Longoria transferred to Division I Long Beach State. There, he was introduced to the theories of Ken Ravizza, a professor of kinesiology and author of several books on sports psychology.
The essence is the idea of learning to be comfortable being uncomfortable and having something to go to when the garbage hits the fan, because the garbage will hit the fan, and let's be ready for it.
More than anything else, Ravizza preaches the gospel of mental preparation and structure. He teaches players to recognize failure as an unavoidable part of the game and how not to dwell on it.
It's all about relaxing, taking your breaths, and just making sure that the game's not moving too quick.
When you first were exposed to Ken's teachings, even you said, come on, this stuff can't really work. What was the turning point, you think?
We started playing in a lot of stadiums where it was a packed house, or the pressure was on, and that's when I started to realize when the game becomes more of a mental grind, I needed something to go to.
How do you think those theories helped him?
think it calmed him. I think the mental game really helped him, and how he was way balanced after bad at-bats or bad games.
How did he get so much better so quickly?
I think his openness, that it didn't come easy, that he went through the rejection, and he was willing to take the risk to grow versus playing it safe all the time.
It's an attempt to make you think in a different or more clear way, controlling the controllable aspects of playing this game.
Every time I see Evan, you know, it's hello, and what do you got for me? When you're putting on the batting gloves, put on the batting gloves. When you step into the box, be in the box. Be where you need to be when you need to be there.
Swing and rocketed into left center field. That's going to roll all the way to the warning track.
There is a zen-like quality to Longoria's focusing techniques.
Ken talks a lot about the focal point. If I make an error in the field or if I swing at a pitch in the dirt at the plate and I really feel like, you know, I've lost control of you know, either my emotions or the at-bat, that's when I step out. I always look at the left field foul pole, at the top of the left field foul pole. Just
Wherever
because,
you are, just in
yeah,
this
just
ballpark.
because I know there's always going to be a top of the left field foul pole. So,
And it works for you.
it works for me.
Even when he's not in the lineup, Longoria follows a mental routine. He'll slide on his batting gloves and imagine himself at bat. When he is playing, rituals help him relax and focus.
So let's say, for example, here comes his pitch, he fouls it off. He will step out of the box. He'll undo his gloves, release that pitch, grips the gloves back on, steps in the box, and he's back.
Where do you draw the line between what you think is superstition, what is habit, and what is really about focusing?
There are so many weird things that us baseball players do that you know, it would be classified all as superstition. But, you know, I think superstition would be, you know, if my mind was all messed up when I got to the plate if I didn't do that. So,
And it's not that.
no, it's not that at all.
In the 2008 World Series, the chant "Eva, Eva" floated through the air in Philadelphia. Whether or not the taunting bothered him, Evan Longoria went 1 for 20 against the Phillies.
It could have been the pressure that I was putting on myself. It could have been the outside distractions that I let get to me, and I look back now and kind of kick myself in the butt for that. Things kind of sped up on me. I think that was part of the whole experience for me too, is just learning those feelings.
I mean, he gets upset, but he's got some tools that he uses, and he knows that's part of the game. And then this goes back to his background where it didn't come easy. He had to struggle at times.
Do you think there will be a day when you don't need a focal point, when you don't need the mental exercises that you do?
No, I don't think there will be, because as soon as you start believing that in this game, you'll get humbled in a heartbeat. I'll always have that to kind of keep in the back of my mind, and when I need it, use it. Get rid of those negative thoughts. Get back to the moment. Prepare to get a hit. Remember your breathing.
Well, there's a drive deep down the left field line.
Stick with the approach. Keep the routine going.
Takes that one to left field. That is deep. Way back.
Get into the game. Don't worry about the result.
Deep to left field. How far is this one gonna go? Evan Longoria